Yeah.
And our home fries on pastry dough. So we did happy birthday. God, the Most High, my creator, or source.
We are one, the found, the found.
Hey y'all, welcome to Magic Meals with me, Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Here on the channel, you'll find tons of content. I'm actually a channel from the divine, for the divine. I use my shaman mama capabilities, my spiritual gifts, my ESP, my multidimensionality, my psychic abilities, my mediumship skills, my channeling abilities to convene with my inner space and my outer space, or to deepen intimacy with myself, to garner to garner as well as embody more conscious awareness of my limitless nature, divine wisdoms. So within the channel, not only do I intuitively cook, but I also share a lot of chit chat content, sharing my divine wisdoms and whatever spirit puts on my heart to share. I'm super excited today, y'all. It's more of a conventional Magic Meals episode. We're gonna cook. We're gonna intuitively cook. I'm gonna share an intuitive recipe. Y'all saw the title. We're doing a pea curry. Super duper easy, super duper intuitive. I'm super excited to share it with the world. So we're doing the pea curry, and we're also going to share about the divine wisdoms that I've channeled from my inner space, that I've been shared with from my inner space, or from the oneness of all things. Principle of correspondence, as below, so above. Everything in our reality, all of creation is one with ourselves. It's about digging within our inner space to come more consciously aware, being able to be able to consciously perceive the limitless potentials in which we are. Which brings me to the Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Call to action: sit with yourself for at least 2 hours a day, every day. Ask yourself, hey soul, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, as well as greater conscious embodiment of my limitless potentials? Wait for the answers, because they will show, they will come. Your lingo with the universe, or yourself, or God, or your higher self. Yourself, God, the universe, your higher self truly having 0 degrees of separation. Your lingo with yourself for all things is most likely unique to you. Validate yourself in your knowings, so that you become more comfortable with unfolding and blossoming into more conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of the divine presence, limitless potentials in which we've always been, we've never been separate from. We are in an epoch age, most commonly known as the second coming of Christ, where we are awakening in the masses, having bouts of satori from the inner space, to the remembrance that, hey, I'm more than this. Following our intuitive guidance to be able to come into greater conscious awareness of the more. Again, whatever your knowings are, whatever is true to you, validate yourself in these knowings. And within any of my content, whatever does not resonate with your heart space, you can leave it, it's fine. I also have a podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast, with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, which is available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify. Within the podcast, I divinate, so I convene with ancestral forces, or dimensions of the self, multidimensional dimensions of the self, because what all is truly one. I convene with ancestral forces, which come through to share their healing frequencies and wisdoms in my timeless podcast catalog, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Again, available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify. They're sharing wisdoms and healing uplifting frequencies as we awaken the masses, to assist us to be a resource. The podcast is a resource as we awaken in the masses, to divine remembrance, to validate what we're hearing through our inner space, to bring us comfort, joy, and wellness in this time, enjoyment, wellness in this time as we awaken in the masses, to divine remembrance that we're one with all things. Again, biblically prophesied second coming of Christ. Mayan Hopi prophesied fifth world, manifesting heaven on earth, bringing heaven to the ground through our inner space, through our consciousness expansion, expanding our consciousness. We're growing and evolving into greater conscious awareness of our oneness with all things, and our ability to co-create reality in which we've always been. Our reality is a manifestation of the energies in which we are. So I'm super excited. We're preparing our pea soup today. Super easy recipe. We're also doing sharing wisdoms as far as our galactic lineage, our ancestral galactic lineage of self-defeat, transcending our galactic lineage, our galactic heritage of self-defeat. We're actually going to get into an episode of my animated series, Aussie Story, somewhere in this episode, let's get to preparing this pea soup or pea curry. Again, like I told y'all, it's super easy, super fun. We're gonna start with getting some water in our pot and boiling the water. It all depends. Here on Magic Meals, like I said, I intuitively cook, y'all. So I don't really measure much. It all depends on how much curry you want to make when it comes to how much water you use. It just depends. Just follow your heart space, your intuitive guidance. Whenever your ancestral space or intuitive space says when that's enough water, go by this. Go by this. All right, so we have our water on the stove, and then we're gonna add our bouillon. I'm not making very much curry, so I'm using half a block of bouillon, and that's what I have left too. I need to pick some more up at the store. It's probably tomorrow. I have half a block of bouillon. Half a block of bouillon. Again, whenever your ancestors say when or that's enough or add more, go by this. And again, season to taste. We're gonna season to taste as well. So we have our water, our bouillon on the stove. I'm gonna add a little bit of allspice. Just a little bit of allspice to add some depth in the curry. Some different notes and tones in the aromatic dimensionality of the curry. Oh, but we're making a beautiful, articulate, poetic words to describe our curry. All right, y'all. Need a little pepper. Grabbing some pepper. A little bit of pepper. Again, we're gonna season to taste. Season everything to taste. Y'all, this dish is so simple. It's so great. And I have some herbs here. It's actually an Italian herb blend, so it's oregano, marjoram, savory, thyme, basil, rosemary, sage. Just gonna add a little bit of this herb mixture in here. And use whatever spices, herbs, that you want to use. What you have in your house, what you feel guided, what you feel compelled, what you feel inspired to use. Use this. Now, I don't really like spicy food. So, instead of putting like a cayenne, I have cayenne, but instead of doing cayenne, I'm just gonna put some crushed red peppers. So I don't overspice my food. We're doing this. And then, let this boil down or boil up. Let this boil up. Like I was saying, the galactic lineage, heritage of self-defeat. Let me grab a plate really quickly, or a bowl. Galactic lineage, heritage of self-defeat. I share this in depth in my podcast. So many episodes, installments of the podcast. Space and time, galactic creation. Space and time, galactic creation being dimensions of space and time. Galactic creation being dimensions of space and time being dimensions of galactic creation, or our synaptical understanding and the divine evolution of who we are, where we are. We're galactic beings within space and time, within galactic creation, or the cosmos on the planet, growing and evolving the energies of all things with the way that we lead our lives, the way that we shape our culture, through the way that we lead our lives, to assist with evolving our energy, and evolving our energy assists with evolving all of divine creation, infinite creation, most commonly termed God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Prime Source, Brahman, and many other things in our synaptical understanding of reality, our synaptical acceptance of reality, or our divine evolutionary status. Galactic creation or dimensionality within realms of finite, God's creation of infinite potentials. How did dimensionality spawn, or the illusion of finite, edges, forms, shape, limitations, paradigms? formed through many ways. One of the ways that led to self-defeat is an energy of elitism, or creating the illusion that one dimension of God's creation is above or better or more excelled, more prestiged, more worthy of anything. It gatekeeps divine energies. We're all truly one energy. And whenever we have paradigms of thought systems and belief systems that we're better at something, or we're more excelled, or we're more prestige, or we're more more capable of anything, we create energetic gateways or blocks in our energy, our one energy, which creates the illusion of finite, which creates self-defeat or death, disease, war, famine, poverty, trafficking of beings, harming our children. I bring up these specific things because within my podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, I was gifted the Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 prophecy. By the year 2033, in masses, the divine says we need a human culture. We will have a human culture that in the masses has the conscious awareness of our oneness with all things. The conscious awareness that all things, all beings are infinite. The conscious awareness that we've always only been the ability to create a human culture, a self with no disease, death, war, famine, poverty, harming our children, or human trafficking. By 2033, the Most High says, we'll understand this in the masses, that this is the type of human culture, galactic culture of the cosmos in which we are, and which we contribute towards. Self-defeat created these things: death, disease, war, famine, poverty, harming our children, trafficking of beings, because it created the illusion of finite or lack, or the paradigms of finite or lack, to where we harmed, stilled, and destroyed in order to feel above or rise above or to be on a pedestal. We fell out of alignment with the divine wisdoms in which we are, the moral righteousness in which we are, or the remembrance that all is one, that we're all truly community, regardless of what it looks like on the surface level, our race, our heritage, our creed, our sexual orientation, our location on the planet. Regardless of what these paradigms look like on the surface, we're one energy, manifested in many ways, infinite ways, to create contrast, evolution, growth, experience. My soul was like, hey, Ashley, talk about this today. About these paradigms in magic mills. We're actually going to go ahead and roll into an episode of Asia's Story, the animated series. We also touched on this, utilizing our galactic heritage, galactic history, to share the story. Let's roll into this. Asia's Story, the animated series. And yeah, by the way, I am a co-creator of Asia's Story. I created Asia's Story. I channeled it. I say co-created because I channeled it from my soul space. I created through in spirit with my ancestral forces. Whenever I'm healing up, I'll heal in the spirit, and I'll channel the script for the animated series. And I got the divine creativity to create the animated series because I'm also an author. My soul's like, hey, Ashley, you don't remember who you are. Sit down, we're going to show you. This is where I channeled the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is a 3-part book series. The first 2 parts are Asia's Story. The first book is Coming Home, the Story of Asia. The second book is The Story of Asia, I'm Home. Asia is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her School of Manhattan Prep. She goes through a lot of existential crises. Baby, this is the same synopsis I give in all of my content. It works. She goes through a lot of existential crises, which assists her with growing and evolving into greater conscious awareness of the unconditional love, limitless abundance in which she's always been. To show up, evolve into more greater conscious awareness of the unconditional love, abundance in which she's always been. to co-create or project a reality that manifests or mirrors the unconditional love abundance in which she's always been. The third part of the unconditional love literature parcel is my other half, y'all. My other half is a twin flame, divine counterpart journey back home to God inside. One soul, two bodies, many lifetimes. They know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together. Each lifetime says that their love can't work. They will co-create a love and a life together. Which lifetime, under which circumstances? The books are prophetic. So we're all experiencing in some type of way. Remembering our divine presence. The animated series, Ossia Story, the animated series, was a divine creative ping or gift from my soul, from the spirit, from the universes, which is one with me. Your soul, the universe is one with you. All things is one with you as we are one with each other, truly. And always and only. Our conscious awareness of this is what shifts and changes. Let's roll into this episode of Ossia Story, the animated series. I hope y'all enjoy. And like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel to join the Magic Mills journey to a healed, balanced, consciously aware human culture, divine presence culture, galactic being culture of planet Earth. Let's get into the episode.
My mission: to assist with bringing harmony to the reptilian race. Bigger picture? I am creating harmony within self, because all is within. Facing myself has been trying. The beautiful part about this whole process, well, all of it is beautiful, because all is the divine in evolution. The beautiful part about this process is that I am remembered. Whenever I am feeling out of sorts.
Hey, my name is Ossia, and I am an interdimensional being. I know. I just found out myself. Everything that I thought was my truth was a lie. I chose to continue this life because of the one thing that I know isn't a lie. Love.
I drop into my heart space for guidance, love, and support.
Over the years, when you got angry, or rather, you perceived that others were angry, you judged.
Yeah, I did.
You forgot who you are.
You forgot who you are. You are a reptilian.
Not just any reptilian. I am one with you.
It's a part of the creation of who I am, to remember that all is one. To remember who we are, the human being of planet Earth. God created us to be in her image. Unconditional love, the mastery of the understanding that all is one, all is within.
Yes, Ossia. You going within and finding me set the reptilians free. You see, we don't have to run anymore. We ran from divine alignment, out of the complacency and solace we found within self. We ran to maintain our repetitious patterns that manifested within the human being, as we are a part of the makings of the human being, as your ego or your personalities.
The reptilian brain makes me want to react by flighting or fighting. Makes me feel like I don't know who I can trust. Makes me feel like I stand alone.
Always remember, Ossia.
All is one.
And all is within.
Including the reptilians. Alone. I grew up feeling isolated and in pain. Whenever I feel the energies that remind me of this isolation and pain, I'm triggered into my flight or fight response. As you face the reptilian dimensions of yourself, remain heart-centered to elevate this dimension of the self. The projecting of your energy, which caused the disease, war, famine, death, poverty on your planet. It's rooted in the anger. Stay heart-centered and uplift the energies of the anger. Well, yes, the reptilians did procreate this disease called war, anger, famine, poverty, with journeying creation as an autonomous creation within creation. Does this make the reptilian race any less of creation than you, Asya?
God wake me up. It was the only time I really missed. Looked in the mirror and said, you deserve carrots. And don't forget the 3 C's: courage, kindness, and complete autonomy. Kindness doesn't begin with a C, but don't those words feel good to the soul?
My author, Ashley-Nicole. Point exemplified. Your author, Ashley-Nicole, is a mirror of you, just as the reptilian dimension standing in front of you is a mirror of you. All is within. We are one. We choose to grow and evolve through accepting and appreciating how we are one, and to forgive the dissonance or disagreement with how we project our oneness. Forgiving the dissonance with the understanding that how each frequency within the oneness of all things, or infinite creation, or God, expresses the oneness is necessary, even if we don't agree or understand it. Every dimension is necessary. We choose to do what, Asya? Learn and grow from the self.
Precisely.
You got it. These powerful energies I'm feeling are my new beginning. When I felt my new beginning initiating, I would be triggered into fight or flight response, which would perpetuate old realities. Groundhog's Day.
You remember. You are ready to step into your humanic position of bringing harmony to all of the universes, all of the galactic creation. And so it is.
We all had subconscious fears, which drove our thirst and desire to be in life, to remember our Creator, to remember why we were created, who we were created by. You see, the evolution of us, the makings of us, is a long-stemming, eternal saga. The reptilian race didn't create war, death, disease, famine, poverty, destitution, but rather they mirrored to creation what we all possessed. What we all possessed. You see, the galactic creation is a long-spanning saga of many tales of war, royalty, enslavement, and the pursuit of freedom. Throughout all space and time, called the galactic creation, we, galactic beings, sought for higher learning, higher understandings of self, with the subconscious, conscious pursuit of defeating our Creator, or reigning supreme over creation. The human being of planet Earth is the first bipedal man made in the image of the Supreme Creator, the Most High White Light Creator Energy. Or the human being of planet Earth is limitless potentials in the form of a bipedal man, in the form of tangible existence. It has been recorded in ancient texts. Whether or not the human being of planet Earth would bring creation to its demise, or whether or not the Most High trusts in itself to create the human being of planet Earth would pay off, would truly bring regeneration and upliftment to all things, all beings, spaces, realms, places, and beyond of infinite creation. We have chosen to remember the humanoid creation of the galaxies has chosen to remember. The human being of planet Earth has chosen to remember. We are the mastery of unconditional love. We are the mastery of compassion and action. We are the remembrance that every dimension of creation is a mirror of self to learn and grow and evolve the self for the upliftment, regeneration, wellness, and balance of all things, all beings, all spaces, places, and dimensions.
My name is Asya, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from a day's trip, I have read my Atum's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I make no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on Earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.
I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Asya's Story, the animated series. I'll link below the channel in which you can find Asya's Story, the animated series on. There's a few seasons on there. And then a playlist of when I first originally started co-creating the animated series. So different clips in there as well. I hope the animated series brings you joy, divine remembrance, wellness. Do not replace any of your professional medical advice with anything you've experienced or hear within my podcast. Or the Magic Mills or the animated series, any of my content. All right, y'all. So yeah, we're part of the makings of and one with a long lineage of galactic species, beings, dimensions, places, spaces. Because our beingness is in no way separate from our dwelling or our home. Our home we know as planet Earth. Our beingness has 0 degrees of separation from our dwelling. So we're one with all of these dimensions. And we're at the time, second coming of Christ is becoming greater, stepping into and embodying a greater conscious awareness of the wisdoms in which we've garnered, in which we are, from all the experiences in which our soul or our energy has garnered throughout the infinite spaces, places, beingness in which we've embodied and been throughout all of space and time, throughout all the Alpha and Omega. We are infinite. We have no beginning, no end. We know this through our sciences. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. Principle of conservation. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, but it changes forms. We are infinite. And we're coming online to all the wisdoms that we've acquired through our sojourn of infinite experiences as our authentic frequencies, which we most commonly know as spirits and souls. Dimensions simultaneously one with all things. The divine presence, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Brahman, Hashem, Prime Source, also known by many other things within our synaptical acceptance, as well as divine evolutionary status as beings of divine creation, beings of galactic creation. All right, y'all, let's finish up our pea curry. So we have some peas in our blender. Again, it all depends on how much curry you're using when it comes to how many peas you want to use and how much broth we're preparing. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me back y'all up, scoot y'all down so you can see the workspace. My face is gonna be cut out a bit, but it is okay because what we're doing, we're cooking right now. So I want y'all to see what we're preparing, how we're preparing it. This is my white rice that I had left over from yesterday. I'm actually gonna go throw it back in the air fryer, the air oven, just to warm it up a bit. So whatever rice you wanna use, go ahead and use that. If you wanna use a different type of grain or whatever you use, follow your heart space and use this to pair with your pea curry. I'm using white rice. Let me go throw it back in the to warm it up. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all, so we have our blender base here. We have our peas. Our broth is ready, y'all. Our broth is good to go. Now, I haven't tasted it yet. Let me taste the broth, y'all. Let me taste it, let me taste it, let me taste it, let me taste it. Before we put it in our peas, let's taste the broth. Absolutely yummy. Absolutely delish McGish. Absolutely delish McGish. All right, so we're gonna put our, I'll put this up here. We'll do it right here. No, you can't, we can't see. We'll do it over here. This angle is great. We're gonna put our broth with our peas. Let's go ahead and drop it in here. And again, it all depends on how much you're cooking of what. When it comes to how much broth and how much peas, just let it be intuitive. Just flow and go, flow and go. Now I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I prepared this last night, and I think my broth to pea ratio, I think I had a little bit more peas. I think there were more peas than there were broth last night, and tonight it's a lot more. It's like more broth. Like the broth, I have more broth than I had last night. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool to perceive how this pea curry tastes. I'm sure it's gonna be delicious, all the same. All the same. So we have our peas and our broth. And spice up your broth however you want to do it. I use chicken bouillon. If you want to use a different bouillon, use a different bouillon. I did use chicken, y'all. I did use chicken bouillon. We're gonna go ahead and pulse this a couple times. And there we have it. Look, y'all, how pretty this is. This is our pea curry, y'all. Now what we're gonna do, give me 1 second. Let me adjust the camera. 1 second, y'all. Now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put our pea curry back into the pot to warm everything up. Let me put the blender base back in the pantry. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and turn the stove back on. And we're gonna put our pea curry in our pot, back in our pot to warm it up. When I tell y'all this is the easiest pea curry, I mean it, and it's so delicious. I mean this too, it's really delicious. It's so delicious, I really don't like leaving all this good old pea curry in this thing like this. So let's actually try it from the jar, the blender jar. Absolutely delicious. This pea curry is so good. I'm gonna put this in the sink. Let me put it in the sink. I wanna eat all of it. Let me put it in the sink. Wash it off. You have a whole pot back there. You have a whole serving on the stove. Clean as you go. When you cook in the kitchen, clean as you go. All right, cool. So let's just let our curry bubble up, our pea curry bubble up back here on the stove. I promise I'm gonna get a burner to put it on the island so I don't have to turn away from the camera when I'm cooking. Okay. let this bubble up for a few moments. While we're waiting for this to bubble up, I'm also a singer-songwriter. My music, Ashley-Nicole Music, is available to stream on YouTube, link below. A lot of genres. Again, I heal myself in the spirit, and I channel the healing frequencies and lyrics into my music. Music has always been a super therapeutic resource for myself, and I hope that my music does the same for you. I'm gonna sing my song, You Are Always Infinite Creation, a piece of my song, You Are Always Infinite Creation. You Are Always Infinite Creation is available to stream on Evolution, the EP. When you go to my music channel, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube, it's linked below. You'll also see my melanated face and my afro's out in the profile picture. Subscribe to the channel, go to the playlist section. You'll see my 9+ albums. Evolution, the EP is where you will find You Are Always Infinite Creation. Sometimes I wanna, and then I remember, yeah. Everything that I feel is to uplift home. Everything that I deal with, I'm never alone. I am who I am. To uplift who I am. Any given moment, any given season, any given reason that I am. This is my song, You Are Always Infinite Creation. I hope y'all love it as much as I do. It's one of my favorite songs I've created to this date. And I've created over 100 songs. You'll find them on the channel. I hope you love it, enjoy it. Hope it brings you divine remembrance. And again, do not replace any of your professional medical advice with my content, because we get talking wisdoms over there too. Let's go get our rice and plate our pea and curry, our pea curry and rice dish. Ooh, the bowl's hot. The bowl is hot. All right, y'all, we're gonna back the camera up one more time because y'all know we gotta plate our dish. And that's the whole experience. Give me 1 second, y'all. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. So we have our pea curry. Look at the curry. Look at the beautiful color. Beautiful color of our curry. Beautiful dark green. Get this in our bowl, nice and hot, nice and warm. Y'all tag me in a picture of your pea curry on Instagram or Facebook. I'll link my Instagrams and Facebook profiles below in the description of this video. Do your pea curry rendition edition and tag me in it. I'm gonna start posting my pictures of my Magic Meals dinners, cause baby, I don't normally post the pictures of the dinners. My Magic Meals dinners. I don't have an Instagram dedicated to Magic Meals. I just have my personal Instagram that I'll post the Magic Meals on. I've been slacking, y'all. So y'all post me. Y'all tag y'all's picture of y'all's pea curry and tag me in the picture of y'all's pea curry. I want to see y'all's pea curries. I want to see what kind of grain they turned out. You know, all the things and all the things. So we have our delicious pea curry, y'all. Can't you just smell it through the screen? I feel like we're behind in some ways, because I feel like technologically speaking, because I feel like we should have been had television. We should have been had it. I mean, smell-o-vision. We should have been had smell-o-vision, not television. We should have been had smell-o-vision. So we have our rice. Let's set our rice right atop. I knew it was gonna fall. Set our rice right atop our curry. Let's put all the rice on here. Let's go ahead and put all the rice in here. Bowls, the bowl is warm. I talked about these bowls before. In another Magic Meals episode, the mystery basket, I'll link it below. Mystery basket, we cooked a tomato and roasted bell pepper soup and steakhouse style pan-seared white cod. We had such a good time. And I talked about these bowls. I had a good time, and I hope you have a good time. I talked about these bowls. I got these bowls from Target when I moved into my first apartment. And I still have, this is back in 2018, and I still have these bowls. Target is so great for like, for home decor, plate, pots and pans and dishes. I just wanted to give a shout out to my bowls because they lasted with me for some time. You have the dark on the outside, baby. Even on the dark days, remember that we're light on the inside. We experience darkness on the surface to create contrast. So we experience the illusion of finite or dimensionality or limitation to create contrast, growth and evolution. More conscious awareness of our limitless potentials and more light, more abundance. All right, y'all. Let's garnish. Some crushed red chili peppers on here on the top. Fresh red chili peppers. That's great. That's good. And let's taste. I'm so glad y'all joined me on this rendition edition of Magic Meals with me, Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I hope you brought so much joy, enjoyment, divine remembrance, conscious or subconscious. Okay, baby, plant them seeds, let them sprout later. Subconscious, that's cool. I hope you also enjoy the pea curry that when you make it at home. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy it. Let's taste this rendition edition of Magic Meals pea curry. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely. I've shared all of my offerings, my music, the animated series, my books, my literature, my podcasts, Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment, as well as Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. The links are below to access all of my offerings that I get to share, in which I get to use to share my energy, my divine expression, my authentic expression of the oneness of all things, to assist with uplifting all of humanity, and in turn, uplifting all of the oneness of all things. I love you. Love on yourself. Follow me on Instagram. Add me on Facebook. Tag me in your Magic Meals renditions, editions, recipes. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your true shoes. Give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you be and embody your limitless potentials consciously. I'm going to see you later. Bye. Absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
And our home fries. Our pastry dough. So we did happy birthday. God, the most high white light creator or source.
We are one, the found, the found.